What's up, YouTube world? It's your girl Jennifer Watson here, and today we are talking about sour and sweet baths. Now, I'm going to show you what these look like here in a second, but what are sour and sweet baths? Well, sour baths are to remove, take away things that you don't need, and sweet baths are to be able to enhance, replace, replenish, all of that good stuff. Now, I will tell you, I sell some in my Etsy shop, and these are ones that you can do on your own, but we also, I'm talking about me and my padrino, my house, we offer ceremonial sour and sweet baths to individuals, which kind of takes things to a whole nother level, but some people don't need that. And so the baths that I actually provide are all blessed, and if you don't know what blessed means, I have another video on here that describes what I do to be able to have my items blessed by my godfather at his altar, etc., etc. You can go watch that video if you want to get more details. But so this is going to be these baths are really good, right? I've been doing a lot of studying on herbs over the past few years, and the herbs that I use in these baths, I've taken my time to study and dissect what can be used for what. Now, I know, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to disclose how I determine sour from sweet, but I will tell you this, is that most sweet herbs, like most flowers, are going to be sweet herbs. Most. Not all, but most of them. That's just a hint. But in the course of my studying, I do look to see what herbs do what, right? What herbs detoxify and things of that nature. And then I also look to see if they correspond with any different types of organs within the body or different areas within the body. And so like the bath that I have up on my shop right now, it's the first bath that I'm offering in this new bath series. I guess that's the best way to say it. It's the one that I'm offering is for sexual wealth. Sexual wealth. Oh God, I think I need to go to sleep. Sexual health, the womb area, because we as women, we tend to carry a lot of shit in that area. And so things from our past, maybe trauma, old relationships, children, that might not have been born, all those kind of things. And so if we don't take time to release that stuff, and you get kind of trapped in there, and a lot of people don't know, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but a lot of people don't know that that is the sacral area, and the sacral area corresponds with everything: money, creativity, money, creativity, blame, guilt. A lot of that stuff is within the sacral chakra. And so that's why I said this is a good bath to start with, because I think it'll be able to help a lot of women. So now let's get back to the baths. So these baths are actually 5-ingredient baths, right? So you're getting a mix of herbs that all correspond to the womb area. Now, I'm going to show you the baths here in a second, but just to let you know, the baths that I offer is a 6-series bath. Like it's a 6, what am I trying to say? It's 6 baths in total. So you'll take 3 sour and you'll take 3 sweet. And I'll give you a little bit more directions here in a second. So if this is something that you're interested in, not necessarily just from purchasing from me, but if you wanted to create and craft your own, then you're going to want to take a pen and paper and write down some of these directions that I'll give you here in just a second. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you these baths, and we're going to get right on into how to prepare your baths. Okay, stay tuned. Alrighty, so hopefully my phone is going to focus. Focus. Okay, there we go. So this is sour and this is sweet. If you could see here, let me just show you how big these baths are. This is my hand, and my hand is not a small hand. I don't have basketball player hands, but I don't know. My hands are not small, but you can see these are pretty big. Each one of these baths is 3. So this is 3 and this is 3, right? So what you're going to want to do is make sure, oh, I forgot. Let me tell you this. if it doesn't already go to show, is that these come together. They come as a set. You can take a sour bath, but let me just tell you a little bit about that. You can take a sour bath by itself, but I wouldn't suggest not following it up with something, because if you just kind of remove everything, then you're a blank slate and you're leaving yourself open to be replaced by anything. So that's the reason why you want to follow it up with a sweet bath, because you want to replace what you've taken out, right? Because during your cleansing process, you're cleansing, you're removing everything. You're creating a blank slate so that you can go back in and really kind of recreate and recraft what it is that you want. And so I would never, ever suggest that you take just a sour bath. I would totally suggest that you follow it up with a sweet bath. All right, so let me give you some directions here. All right, you got your pen, you got your paper, you ready? All right, so your first bath. Your first series of baths is going to be your sour bath. Remember, you're taking 3 out of this whole bag. You're going to use the entire contents of this bag. And each serving is going to be roughly about a cup of herbs. Now, you just want to make sure you measure it out here. And I know my phone is like doing this focusing whole thing here, but you're going to want to measure it out to be about 3 servings. So roughly here, roughly here. But so just kind of eyeball it, right? You can use a measuring cup too. Now, after you, when you get ready to prepare this, you want to be sure that, one, your tub is cleaned. And if you're not a bleach fan, then try to find the strongest cleanser that you have. But I use bleach on everything, which is not the best, and it annoys the hell out of my husband. I like to just make sure things are dead. So I use bleach to clean out the tubs. I do that anytime before I even do any kind of ceremonial baths at my home for clients, because again, bleach just gets rid of everything. So that's going to be your step 1. All right, step 2 is that you're going to want to make sure that you have some clean clothes for after, preferably white. But if you do not have white, then just make sure your pajamas are clean, or whenever you're taking this bath. Not only that, you want to make sure you have some clean sheets as well. So again, not everybody owns white sheets at home, because that's usually just something for hotels. But if you do have white sheets, like I went out and got white sheets just because, then make sure you replace your sheets and your bedding. That way you can have clean, fresh bedding for when you're done with your first bath. Now, you don't need to change your bedding every single night that you do the sour bath. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying make sure you do this when you start the process, okay? Now, another thing too is that you're going to want to be sure that once you prepare your herbs, and I'm going to show you here at the stove in a second, when you prepare your herbs and that you get into the tub, you want to make sure to release all of that negativity that might live wherever it is in your body. So like, for example, if you're taking this one that's dealing with sexual health, the womb care, womb area, then anything dealing with that area, anything dealing with that, you're going to want to release it. I mean, you can scream, you can cry, you can just let it out. Let it out, because this is a time to do that. In this bath, your goal is to get rid of everything negative. Everything negative. You don't want to think about anything positive, but everything negative when you're taking the sour bath. Okay? Now, when you start your bath, you're going to want to be sure that you're taking it in 3 consecutive days. So, when you take your first sour bath, you want to, like, for example, if it's Monday, you're going to want to take it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Those are 3 different baths, okay? So 3 different baths. 3 different days, 3 different days that you're taking it. So when you start on Monday, you take it on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, then you're going to wait 3 days in between, right? Before you start your sweet bath. So for your sour bath, you took it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now you're going to wait 3 days. You're going to wait Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday is when you will start your sweet bath series. Again, the sweet bath bag has 3 different baths in it. And so when you take it on Sunday, you will take it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So this whole entire process will take you a little bit over a week, but you're going to feel a freaking amazing, okay? So now we talked about what you do during the sour bath. Now, what do you do during the sweet bath? Your entire goal in the sweet bath is just to think about everything that you want, right? Everything that you want. So for example, within this whole sexual health series, bath series, then, you know, once you've released everything, maybe it was miscarriage, maybe it was, some trauma or an assault, things like that. Now you're going to think about your area, your womb being healthy, being whole. You're going to think about, just creation. You're going to think about your femininity. You're going to think about everything that really makes you you as a sexual being, and being able to live a healthy sexual life, and not just sex with someone else, but I'm saying sexual because obviously we have sex organs, and so that's what I'm referring to as sex. So anything dealing with sex, you're going to want to draw that energy in, okay? All right, so I think I gave you all of the general directions on how to use these 2 baths together. Now, let's go to the stove so I can show you how to prepare them. Now, let me tell you real quick though, the preparation that you're going to see at the stove is the same for the sour and sweet baths, okay? So, it's the same for all of the baths, no matter if it's sour or sweet. All right, let's get to the stove. All right, so we are at the stove. I have a measuring cup. That is 1 cup measuring cup, and I'm going to use that for both the water as well as the herbs, because our goal is to actually make a herbal tea. All right, so, sorry, I had to pause for a second. My daughter came talking to me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to now take my measuring cup and measure out about 4 cups of water and bring it to a boil. All right, so we have our water in there. That is 4 cups. We're just going to bring this to a boil before I add in the herbs. And just a little note, I don't know, I can't... And there's my daughter. She said, hello, people. So just a side note, if I didn't mention it earlier, these baths are blessed. And if you don't know what blessed means, I got herbs in this pot. I was boiling herbs yesterday, and I thought I'd gotten them all out. So anyway, these baths are blessed. And so that takes things to a whole nother level, especially within the whole spiritual bath realm. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. I'm excited to show y'all how this looks and how to get it in your tub. So you're gonna add anywhere from about 1/2 cup to approximately 3/4 of a cup of herbs to your water. Not exactly a full cup. All right, so our water is in a good boil here. So I am going to put that in there and turn this down a little bit because I don't want it at a full steam ahead boil. I am going to boil this for approximately 9 minutes, and once it's done, it's going to turn into like a tea. So let's wait and see what happens. It looks like green mush. And trust me, now I did not make these baths, just as a side note, I did not make these baths to smell good. I made them for the pure functionality of them, not to take a bath. Now you might have tried some of my other baths which do have essential oils. They smell really good. But this is the true essence of a spiritual bath, okay? This is as nitty-gritty as you get and as authentic as you can get without having it done ceremonially. All right, so our herbal tea is done. Now, what do you do with this? If you want to pour this straight into your bath, then you are more than welcome to do so. If you want to strain it, you can do that as well. But either way, it's okay. It's okay. So if you want to strain it, you can. If you want to just dump that in there, then you can do that as well. Okay, y'all, just to recap, some of the items that you're going to need for your bath. You're going to need, to start with your sour bath, you're going to need that bag. You'll need a quart pan. You'll need a cup, measuring cup to measure out 4 cups of water for your pan. You'll need a half a cup measuring cup to measure out your herbs. So scratch earlier when I said you're going to use about a cup of herbs. You're going to use about a half a cup, give or take a little bit. There's no like precise measurement. And then you're going to need, of course, your bleach or your cleanser to make sure that your tub is rather clean. And that's pretty much it. And then you're going to need yourself. And that's the most important thing. So if you have any questions about this process, if you have any questions outside of this process, then let me know. Drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it. I probably shouldn't make videos at night anymore. And good night, y'all, or good morning, whenever you're watching this. See you later.